Good team, and welcome back to Farm Simulator. So it's February. February has come around. So we said there was some things that we were going to have to do towards February. So let's have a look at one or two of the things that we have to do. So one or two of the things that we have to do is grape juice. So the grocer E-Mart is buying in grape juice at 3293, and price is probably going to drop. So I have come over here. This is all of the grape juice that we got from our harvest. 9,504 liters. I don't know. Is it a lot? It's that of a. So it is what it is. What it is. What it is. So what I want to do is I want to take it over to the grocer E-Mart and sell it and see just what exactly we get. 59%. This trailer is, I mean, reasonably full-ish. It doesn't honestly feel like a lot. Is probably what I'm gonna say. It doesn't really feel like a lot to me, so that's interesting. But the grocer E-Mart is down here, and it's on the corner. It's right down at the end of the corner of the highway, which you've probably seen before. So they got a lot of weeds. Well, it looks like they have, because or not, because of the way that the graphics render in. But anyway, there you go. So we're going to take this on down there, and we're going to see what the story is with the grocery mart. Our poplar is still growing, but hasn't really changed into anything else other than be growing. And March, the beginning of the farming year, is when we will be planting sugarcane and what's the other stuff? Olives is what we'll be planting. So here we are. Here's the grocer E-Mart. I'm assuming that's the laundromat. I'm assuming we're around the back. Delivery's around the back. Delivery's around the back, mate. Just go around the back, mate. Toot toot. Is anyone manning the loading dock? It's a reverse loading dock, right? Okay. Fine. Drive-through is safer, you know. But anyway, right, here we go. We got some grapes. I need to select the tool, and let's go see what we get. 31,000. So for all of those grapes, we got 31,000 in juice. Oof. Woof. I don't know how I feel about that, other than woof. That was, I spent a lot of money on those grapes. I don't mind telling you, a fair amount of money was spent on those grapes, and I feel like really 31,000 isn't realizing, perhaps necessarily, the amount of effort that perhaps went into those grapes. So I'm gonna park up my trailer here. So there you go. That was, well, you saw it, so you know how many grapes I've got, and you saw the effort that went into the grapes, and that's the grapes. So anyway, here is something else. This is a recommended mod by Mr. C-Money69. So this is an interesting one. This is the Man Curtainsider, and it has an attachable forklift on the back. I'll put the mod details down below, but it's the Man 19.322 by Blacksheep Modding, and the Palfinger FLC also by Blacksheep Modding. So you've probably seen these. I've seen these before. Trucks with a Forktruck on the back. Probably not actually quite this big, to be fair. The fork trucks I've seen are side entry fork trucks, really small, more like the little one out the back than this thing. But there you go. This is what we got. So you've got this Curtainsider, and you have this truck. Now I will say that it did confuse me initially, exactly how you do this. So you can obviously see here, the open and close curtain is just the up on the D-pad, right? So that's fine, up on the D-pad, open and close the curtain. You'll see there at the top we've got X for detach. Now, if you're on the truck using triangle, that doesn't show up. You've got things like open back door, for example. But you can switch over and it will detach, right? And then that then goes out of the way. And what we will need to do then is we will need to move that out of the way. And we can go back in, and now if you wanted, you could open the back door. And you can load in through the back and you can load in through the side, because you've got that kind of curtain in the way and everything else. Now, we'll be doing some loading of pallets of honey, because I need to sell the honey. But let's say you're done, right? So let's say you're done. You've loaded up your truck and everything's hunky-dory. What then, dear thing? Sorry, go around the houses. So we now have this thing, which has two modes, to be fair. So let's say you've finished with everything that you want to do, and you're ready to go. What you do is you get close. Well, I get close anyway, and you can see that you've got work mode and transport mode. So this is transport mode, and in transport mode you can just go up to the back, close as you like, and jump into the truck, and you'll see now that it says attach, and it picks it up automatically. So it's pretty smart. It's a pretty smart mod. Not gonna lie, the three-wheel fork truck is a challenge to learn to operate. That much is true. We got all this honey to load up, and undoubtedly there's more over there. I don't think I'm gonna get 3 crates high in here. So this may be this may be a challenging job for me, possibly. But anyway, what I also want to show you is this. So we picked up our bale of cotton, which is in the back. It was sitting here. Remember, it was sitting here. I picked it up. So we want to go and see what this is worth, because, you know, again, this is quite a lot of money went into getting this cotton. So here's cotton. The best price is the spinnery. So the spinnery is well, I'll need to show you on the other map. The spinnery is, I think, here. Is this the spinnery? Select. It is. The spinnery's over there. So I've got to take this over to the spinnery, and I will bring you in when we get there, so that you can see just exactly how much we get when we sell it. So here we are. We've got to unload it at the spinnery. $36,000. Yeah, that was downhill. That was also a fair amount of work, but you know, 36,000 for the cotton. Yeah, don't know how I feel about that either. Anyway, I've got to go back, and I have to return this trailer because I didn't buy it. I hired this trailer. I'm gonna return this trailer, and I gotta go back and I gotta load up some honey, and I might do a little time lapse so you can chuckle away to yourselves while I'm loading some honey, and then we'll take it out to whoever wants to buy it, and we'll see what we get for it, shall we? I'll see you there. See you soon. So, I obviously now have a horrible realization, which is, if this stuff doesn't auto pick up off this vehicle, which I sincerely hope that it does, I can't get those pallets out of the back because the fork truck. I need to open this side, and I don't think this side. Does this side open? It says fasten tension belt, unfasten tension belt, which is not what I'm after. So I don't. This side doesn't let you change the. I can't see how I can open the other side of the Curtainsider. So if I can't open the other side of the Curtainsider, we is in real trouble. Ah, curtain left front, curtain left back, curtain right front. Ah, there you go. Problem solved. So I don't think. Well, you saw the effort it took for me to get this sorted. So yeah. Anyway, where are we taking it? Where are we taking this, honey? Where are we taking this, honey? This honey is going to the fast food restaurant. That's interesting. I would not have thought that fast food restaurants would have had a lot of call for honey. Is that the fast food restaurant? It is. I mean, I literally could have driven it over the road. It's right there. I could have just picked it up, drove it there. Ah! Anyway, let's imagine I've been driving around for 4 hours because my GPS tells me that the fast food restaurant is 1,000,000 miles away. Let's have a look if this will automatically pick up, which I don't think it will. Are you going to automatically pick up, or am I going to have to drop off? I might have to open up the curtain side. And any chance that you're going to offload? Oh, it looks like it did. That's where that income came from. Yeah, there we go. Oh. 6 plus 4. That's 10. And if we can get close enough with this one, 12. Yeah, okay. So there you go. That's how much that costs. That's how much that got us. From honey, and that's that mod. It's not bad, but this is a problem. See this here. So trying to get into this corner, I kept clipping this box. So these wheels are too high. So yeah, not bad. I mean, the good thing is you can bring the Forktruck with you. The bad news is I don't think you need to, because it automatically loaded. So I think you'd probably be just as good. Ah, hello. Sorry, mate. Like my truck? Do you like my? Are you okay? Have you forgotten your keys? What's your name? What's your name, mate? Are you okay? Do you want me... Where did you come from? Do you want me to get your sister? Are you okay? I think he's fine. Maybe it's one of them things. Let me move my truck. Well, there you go. Sorry. I shouldn't make fun. I shouldn't make light. Yeah, anyway, there you go. Thank you, Mr. C Money, for the recommendation for the mod. Angle morte! You will die! You will die! The sharp angles will kill you. Nice bees. Thank you, bees. So one of these bees, let's call it 15,000. This cost me what it cost me, and I don't have to do anything. They just do it automatically. I just pick it up and move it. Cotton. Major effort. Major effort. Big amount of land. Major effort. Lots of money. 400,000 bucks for a cotton harvester. 30 grand if you want to rent it. I didn't get any money off that cotton. I lost money on the cotton. Didn't make any money on the cotton. The grapes, didn't make any money on the grapes either. Lost a load of money on the grapes. Just no way. Just didn't get enough grapes. So, cotton, I don't even know how you make money on cotton. Vast, enormous tracts of land, perhaps. I've no idea. Or doing it an awful lot. Grapes, again, I don't know. You know, it's an escalating cost with grapes. You've got to build in the vines. So you build in the vines. Anyway, there you go. Back over here, how's everybody else doing towards the end of the year? Well, the cows are okay. Look, we've got milk on the go, which is all grand. The trees we'll get to in a second. The horses are down there. Trust me, they're fine. Thank you. The sugarcane we haven't planted yet. The wheat is doing okay down at the bottom. We've got trees, but we still don't have all the trees. So I want to wait for these trees because it's been a while. I'd like you to hurry along. What is this? This is the like stone pine or something. No, birch. So we got these things. These little saplings have come up, but we're still waiting, and the chooks are fine. The deer are fine. Maybe we should go into venison. The chooks are fine. They're chucking out the eggs, which is pretty good. We're up to 360, so nearly 400. So they're getting along a bit. The eggs is getting along a bit. The wool, not so much. I mean, we've got some. There's some down there, and there's a stack out the front. That's what that is over there. That's a stack of wool. I had to move it for grass. The grass purpose. There was grass in the way. It's a whole story. So there you go. Yeah, and we're waiting on the poplar. So I can't say that I'm super impressed by what it cost me. Versus what I made. It's the beginning of Feb, which means that we are going to carry on through Feb, and in March it will be time to plant some olives, which we're going to plant at the front, and some sugarcane, which we're going to plant at the back. So I think what I am going to do is I am going to skippity-doo-dah on through to March, make sure the animal's okay, and bring you back in when we put in our olive grove and we go out and plant the sugarcane. I will see you then. Ta-ta. Wait, you nearly forgot. You say you nearly forgot. I nearly forgot. I forgot. Okay, I forgot. We gotta do the silage. So, silage, what you do with the silage, you're gonna need a forage wagon, which are down here to pick up the silage. Now, the biggest forage wagon, which actually we need, is 50 cube, but we can't pull that because we need a 300 horsepower tractor. So this is the one that we can pull, which is 44 cube. So there is 47,000 liters of silage in here. So we'll fill this forage wagon up. So you turn them on and they have a pickup. And don't worry about the plastic, it'll go away. The story with the forage wagons is that, well, the plastic should go away. I have to get in and open it again. Is it just messing me around? The forage wagons will pick up loose stuff off the ground. That's what they do. Can this uncover? How do we? This is supposed to have uncovered. Has this all gone horribly wrong? So it should be. It used to be that the forage wagon would pick this up. That you used to get this glitch where this sheet would stay on, and but it would be fine. It would the forage wagon would pick it up. But it looks like in this case that this is glitched out, and I now can't pick up my silage. So even if I turn this on and I drive over the top of this, it isn't recognizing that my silage is ready. Which is interesting because I've no idea how to fix that. So there you go. There's an annoying thing. You go through all this trouble to spend all of this time doing all of this stuff, and you get a glitch like that, which is a nuisance. I should be able to just drive through, but I obviously can't because I've got this great big tarpaulin thing in the way. Now we're stuck to the wall. There you go, come on off the wall. See how the edge of it broke a little bit? You're gonna have to go in there with something and try and break it up, because I don't know any other way to do that. So this is the fun and games sometimes. This is the fun and this is the games. You end up with glitches and things and you're like, oh man, why is it so hard? Why isn't it just simple? You could also instead of using the forage wagon, which would normally just be a straight drive-through process, trust me, it would normally be a straight drive-through process where you just drive through and it just loads it all up, and you don't have to worry about glitches with your stuff, which is what's playing havoc with my ability to drive through here and pick up me things, because I can't. It's not playing ball is the word. Not playing ball at all. I'll move this thing out of the way. Sometimes weird things have weird clashes. Right. It's given us grief since the very get-go, this one, hasn't it? Doesn't like it. Doesn't like it at all. So, yeah, busted silage. This is what happens. Busted silage. So I need to go and find out how to fix that, and that'll be fun. In the meantime, March is almost around the corner. It's almost time for a planting. See you soon. Right, so it is a bit of a known issue. So all you have to do is use one of these. So remember I had this guy with the telehandler front because I said it would come in handy, and this is a bucket. It does come in handy. So you basically go through with the bucket, and it takes a bit of fiddling around. It may only work from one direction, not the other. So I don't think it really doesn't say. There's no arrow which end is like front and which end is rear. But if you go through with the bucket, the cover will come off, and when the cover comes off, you can pick up the silage. This is a full load, and it's heavy. So I'm getting stuck trying to get around this this little bit of silage. So we're gonna take this up to the animal dealer, and we're gonna sell it to the animal dealer, and we're gonna see what we get, shall we? I'll see you there. Right, here we are at the silage, at the animal dealer for silage. Let's see how much we get. 44,000 liters of silage. $14,000. Okay, so there you go. 14,000. So that was a field of grass. Not a huge field of grass, but it was a field of grass. I feel like we've gotten better better price for bales, but it's a volumetric price, so I may be completely confused. Anyway, that's it. That's silage. I need to return this, and then I'll bring you back, and we'll have a very close look at olives and planting sugarcane. See you then. Right, welcome back. Let's look at sugarcane first. So the simplest place to go for some of this stuff, which is a bit unusual, is to just go straight to the packs I've found, which is a good idea, like I've said, and it gives you an indication. So we go to sugarcane, you have a look. And sugarcane is special owned stuff with all of its special owned bits and pieces and things. So what we want is a billet planter, and this is a sugarcane billet planter, and they're not cheap. 54,000, so we're going to have to hire this. But before we do, we'll check. So we got a tractor that can pull it. That's fine. It takes 4,990 liters, which is annoyingly 10 liters short of 5, but there you go. And it does the stuff that it does. And to fill that, we are going to need sugar cane. So that's okay. This is 2,000, so I have no idea what the coverage. Remember, we're doing quite a big field. I have no idea what the coverage is. But I think what we're going to do is we're going to start by leasing this. Interesting looking thing. Very interesting looking thing. Anyway, we're going to start by leasing that, which is fine. And I think what we'll do is we'll start with 2. So we'll start with 2 of these, because like I said, I have no idea what the coverage will look like. And what we'll do is we'll go out and we'll get our guy planting, and he'll go out and do the planting that he does, and we'll see what kind of coverage we get, and then after that I'll be able to bring you in at the end of the planting and say, well, actually, here's how much left, or here's exactly how much extra I had to buy. I have a feeling that that it's got weird wheels on it. Can I lift that? I can't. It doesn't like to reverse, just so we're clear. So it doesn't like to be reversed, the billet planter. So let's not reverse it. Let's fill it up. Yeah, interesting. Obviously it's going to need unfolded before it actually works properly. But there you go. So I'll go down and we'll get him started, and then we'll come back to olives. Now, olives, as you know, whoa, maybe it doesn't like driving on the grass like that. It's maybe let's stick to the roads for now. There's a road down here. I want to use this road. Can we use this road? Traffic. The sketchy object to drive, I tell you. What was it talking about before I was rudely interrupted? Oh yes, olives. The olives are a planted thing, so you don't, not like poplar, you know what I mean? You don't plant them through a tractor and a planter. You plant them through construction. So this guy, is this guy going to be able to do this, or am I going to have to do a couple of rounds for him. I'll get him started. Oh yeah, doesn't like reverse. Wait, let's unfold this thing. It does not like reverse. So doesn't matter what you do, this thing does not like reverse. This tractor's big enough to handle it. It just really doesn't like reverse. Really, really, really. So let's see. I think we're as close to the edge as we're gonna get. We turn it on, we lower it. Oh, not February yet. Not February yet. Okay, wait, just a sec. Wait, just a sec. I forgot to sleep. And, not March, I meant. So, right, so turn it on. Should be good. We'll get the AI going. Right? Our AI worker. Right, okay. Right, so we're getting... It's on a crab. It's a crabby kind of a machine. It's weird, isn't it? I don't think I've ever done sugarcane. I'm just trying to remember if I've ever done sugarcane before. And I don't think I have. I can see that there's sorry, I can see that there's trails in the ground. So we're gonna need to get a weeder after this. And then probably a fertilizer to get it going. But they're off with that crabby machine, which is fine. We'll get out of the way. These things are still going, and still going slowly. Are these trees getting any bigger? No, they're not. 17.1. So this seems to be as big as these oaks get. So oaks is interesting. They matured pretty quickly. They did mature pretty quickly. These things have gotten pretty big. These are the American elms, 14.5. Forestry is obviously still on a radar for things to do. So anyway. That sugarcane construction, pardon me, there we are, orchards, and down here at the bottom we have olives. So we wanted to put olives at the front, right? So here we are, and it says to place a pole. Which I don't know what that means. Distance is too short. Oh yeah, here you go. So that same like the vines. So you drag out to wherever you want to go, and I'm assuming we'll stop it there. I'm assuming what it's going to do is it's going to snap over. Oh, it's not going to snap over, but it's going to tell me I can where the green is. So we'll go back through here. And we'll do a row. And this is another one that's just not cheap, right? It doesn't. So that's very interesting because it's clearly it's not going to let me put an olive thing right there, is it? So is it? Is this okay? No, it selects a safe distance itself, so that's all right. So that's fine. So yeah, so this is also not going to be cheap. A lot like vines, simply isn't going to be cheap, and that's just something that we're going to wear for developing this. In terms of cost, it's obviously more expensive. You can see from the bottom there that the vines are 105. I guess that's like per meter or something, and these are 130 for 3. So there you go. So I've got olives to plant, and I've got sugarcane to deal with, and what I think I will do at the end of that is I'll bring you in when this is all planted, and we can have a look at the status of our new sugarcane field and our new olive grove, shall we? I'll see you then. Hello again. I wanted to bring you in for two things. Firstly, I realize I'm going to find it hard to actually determine how much seed we're using because I have the settings set to buy. So what I need to do is, I think I need to go in here and change from seeds to switch that off. So now he's doing that. But the other thing I wanted to show you was just exactly how much trouble the AI worker has with this thing. It crabs all over the place, and wait till you see this. Wait till you see this shenanigans. Because the AI worker wants to reverse, as I wanted to reverse, because reversing makes sense, right? And the AI worker gets really stuffed and doesn't know what to do about it, and then does this kind of thing and ends up doing weird stuff down here. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave that I'm gonna leave that as it is, so that we can see actually when this crop grows up the kind of mess that the AI worker makes out of the sugarcane. So I'm gonna do that deliberately, so that you can actually see what it looks like, because this is another one of those things. The AI worker is struggling badly. There's nothing wrong with the tractor. I'll show you what I mean. So this is my tractor that I've currently got. It's a medium tractor. It's a Fendt. It's got an 8-ton pulling limit. It's 246 horsepower, and it's fine. This thing requires 190 horsepower, and it's only 2 ton. So there is absolutely no reason that this tractor, look at the state of this, that this tractor cannot use this piece of machinery. But this guy's now going to be stuck. Is he going to change his mind, or am I going to have to dismiss him? No, there we go. This whole billet planter thing is a disaster. So I sincerely hope that there's a better mod on the mod platform, because then he does this. So he starts planting here. So now I've got this weird bent row of seeds because he doesn't know what to do. I just had to show you that because I can't believe it's that bad. That's pretty bad. That's pretty bad. So I dare say there's probably people who realise that is not good, and have done something about it. Fine, if you've got a massively great big open field with nothing around it, then awesome. How many of those are there on maps exactly? Flying deer, not that many. So that's a hoot. That's a proper hoot. So that is what it is. That is what it is. Is what it is. Right. Okay. I'll bring you in. I'll bring you in at some point. When this is all done. I'll see you then. Right. It's done. Look at the state of that field. That's shocking. That is absolutely shocking. And I tried. I put another weight on the front. I've taken it off, but I put a big weight on the front. That helped a little bit with the reversing, but it didn't help with all the crab walking up and down the field. And this tractor's definitely big enough to pull that billet planter, so I don't know what the story with that was and or is. And I did watch someone else on YouTube do some billet planting, because I thought surely this can't be just me, and they weren't exactly, they had the same problem reversing, and it looked like they were having a similar problem planting, in that the planter was wandering all over the place quite a bit. So we'll see. I'm gonna leave it as it is because I really want to see how bad it is. Like the poplars, remember the poplars? We had issues planting the poplars. The special planters, it seems like the game has some issues with. So there you go. It's been trials and tribulations. I also realized that this was all my silage too, and I forgot to sell it, which was a bit of a shame. because the prices have now dropped. So the silage price is now 326 and 329 and falling, and 342 was the high. So that's a bit of a shame. Bit of a shame that it has dropped. Because that was also going to be money in the bank that I was going to show you. So yeah, I mean, I guess there is quite a few there, and bearing in mind that quite a lot of that is stuff that I got off that grass field. So you know, there's probably about another, I would say, well, let's go and have a look, because we know it was 44,000 liters. Was what we sold. And look, these have relocated themselves to the middle of my field. I don't know how they did that. And each one of these is 3,500, and I believe we said there was like 35 of them. So that's actually quite a lot. That's 90 odd, 100 odd thousand. So about 2 or 3 times more than what we got. So yeah, anyway, silage. It seems like, yeah, I've seen a lot of things where people make a lot of money from grass and silage and over crops, and you know, I mean, we've seen that. This was two fields of grass and a field over there, and you know, 1 field of cotton, 1 grapes. Between them, are probably a lot less than you would get from the silage, and a lot more effort and a lot more money. You know, which is why a lot of people do grass, baling, silage, all of that kind of jazz. So, blimey, it's been a trial. It's been an effort, and we didn't get nearly as much money as I would have liked. Oh, these trees are sprouting again, and we're still waiting on some of these trees coming up. So I want to see what happens about that. I mean, surely they're growing, right? I mean, I'm pretty sure they're growing. And then we need to get into some forestry. I think things like the serviceberry or dingleberry or whatever it's called probably isn't actually going to get much bigger. So we may have to start. That needs wood chipped. So I don't know how we get that down. You know, this thing we need to cut down and chip. So we switch the chainsaw. We should hopefully, can we cut this by hand? Doesn't look like we can. Oh yeah, we can. We can cut this by hand. So we can cut these by hand. Cut these by hand? Ooh, don't know. Don't know. Doesn't seem to like it. I can see my little line there, but it's not going green. So I don't think we can cut those by hand. And obviously these things we can cut by hand. And this is a cut by hand. This, yeah, you can cut that by hand. We're not going to cut that by hand. Obviously, you can cut the bigger ones by hand. So these can all be chopped by hand, and I imagine the pines can be chopped by hand as well. In which case, we just need loading. But the downy berry down here at the end might be something that we need some kind of harvester for. So we need to have a look into that. And the poplars haven't ripened either. Ripened? They're not ready for harvest. They haven't completed. I need more hay. They haven't completed their growth cycle. So that's been quite a while. So some of these things take quite a while. So these need to grow up a little bit more. And yeah, this was the problem we had with poplar. So these need to grow up a little bit more, which is fine. And we've just planted these guys and gals. Fertilized 50%, so it's probably going to need some fertilizer. Very interesting. I have no idea how long it takes olives. The Game says that it takes olives until well, it says October, but I wonder if that's the next year because we've just planted it. So surely they won't be ready this time around, will they? It seems awfully quick when you consider how long it takes to do something like wheat. Um, so we'll keep an eye on that. But yeah, so I've got, again, it'll probably be quite some time before you come back and join me again. Because we've only got a few things left to do, which is harvesting the trees, harvesting the poplar, tending the olives a little bit, harvesting the wheat, and tending and harvesting the sugarcane. So there are a few things to do, but not that many things to do. So I'm going to call it here on this one, and then I think perhaps the next one will ultimately be the last one, I guess. Maybe one last one after that. Depends how easy it goes and how long it takes for some of these jobs. So yeah, trials and tribulations this time around, definitely. Anyway, and the thunder. So yeah, I do hope you're liking it. Do click the like button, do subscribe to the channel, it does help me quite a lot. And yeah, feel free to drop any comments or recommend any mods, especially the billet planter mods. I'd love to see some billet planter mods that you've used that sort of solve that problem. Or if you know how to solve that problem, that would be awesome. And I'll see you all again real soon. Ta-ta for now.
PlayStation